Hi, my name is John Graybill, as you probably already know from my other videos. A lot of people have asked me to do a stretching video, and so I was a little worried about it because I didn't want to put something out there that I don't know too much about. I mean, I know about stretching and how I feel with my body, but I don't feel 100% confident of telling other people how to do some of these stretches. So what I really recommend is that you guys really work at your own pace and really listen to your body. And if it says it hurts, then stop doing the stretch. So these are stretches that have just helped me out and helped me move around a little bit easier. So let's first start here with the doorway exercises. And as you can probably see from my shoulders, it probably looks like I still have my hanger that uses the hang-up shirts in my shirt, because you can see my shoulder bones here. And what that is, what I feel that is that I can't lift my arms up over my head, and so those muscles are starting to deteriorate. And so in order to not lose that ability so that I can reach for things, which I'm obviously having more of a difficult time doing, what I do is a doorway stretch. So I'll throw basically my arm up here. Again, a lot of the videos you'll see I use a lot of momentum because I don't have a lot of strength. So it's a lot of momentum, and then I'll just throw that arm up there as best as I can. Now, before I even get into the stretch, I want to say that there's an exercise that I try to do regularly, but sometimes I forget to do it. And it's basically that motion there, working on the strength. So I'll pull one arm down, and then I'll throw it up there to try to catch onto it. Same thing with the right. Now, all these exercises I do with equally both the left and right arm, and I'll try to throw it up there. I noticed that one time when I was doing it, I don't know, I did about 20 of them, it was starting to get easier. And something with this disease that I've found over the years is that once you stop doing something, you start to lose that ability. And so it's very important for, even though you struggle with it, just to keep doing that exercise or to keep doing that movement. Where until it feels safe. Obviously, I don't want you to try to walk downstairs if you're struggling with them. But all right, so this stretch here again is like a shoulder stretch. And so what I'll do is I'll put my legs, the width of the door here, and I'll hold on to the door frame in the middle here. So my arms, obviously you can see here, my fingertips are holding on to the door frame. And what I'll do is I'll lean forward. Now I also want to tell you that in a lot of these videos, I do obviously a lot of breathing. And they say that before you get into the stretch, breathe in, and then as you're stretching the muscle, breathe out. So I do that in all through my video, in all through the stretches that I do. So I'm not going to obviously do it with every exercise here because it would take up too much time. So I just want to kind of give you guys ideas as to what stretches I do. So I'll do this stretcher. I try to hold it for 15 to 20 seconds. And some variations that I do is just standing here. I'll try to just shift my weight and stuff so that now the stretch is now through this right arm that's over here. And then what I'll do is I'll shift my weight over to the left, and now the stretch is through my left shoulder. And so now this whole stretch, I can pretty much feel it in my shoulder area. And I mean, it feels pretty good, but I can feel a little bit of a stress there because my arms aren't used to this being in this position. If I were to stand in the middle of the room and put my arms up in the air, I wouldn't be able to do it. So to do this in the doorway, it's obviously very beneficial for me. So once I feel that I've stretched that out pretty good, I'll put my arms out to the width of the door frame here. And then again, same thing, I'll just lean through the door frame here. Again, that stretches pretty much through the shoulder that I can feel there. Again, breathing into the nose, out through the mouth. And then I'll just bring them down. Now I think this is my modified version. I don't think I've learned this from anyone. These are just kind of segments that I do. So as far as the effectiveness of it, I feel it on my shoulder, and so that's why I do this stretch. So that's pretty much, those are the shoulder stretches that I do in the door frame. Now I noticed that over the years, as I start to do more and more shoulder exercises, my shoulders tend to come down a little bit more. But now I haven't done them in a while, so that's why it looks like I have a coat hanger in my shirt here. So it's very important to do your shoulder exercises. Another exercise I do in the doorway is a forward lunge. This really works on your Achilles tendon and stretching it out. You're going to notice a difference, a big difference, between the right ankle and the left ankle, and I'm going to show you that now. You put this right ankle, you put your right foot back, you put your left foot forward, and you shake it all about, but not really. What you do here is you want to push through this right foot here. You want to push through that heel. That way that it stays down on the ground. But you can see just in this position here that right ankle is already starting to turn. And you're going to see a difference between that right foot and this right foot. It's a big difference. And so what I try to do is I'll lean forward, put this in a position, and it's very important, obviously, to breathe again, but to push through that back foot, and you're going to feel that stretch in your Achilles tendon. Now, because my right ankle is weakening, I'm starting to feel the stretch on the outside of that ankle. So it's not really necessarily, really doing what it's supposed to be. I'm not really getting the full effect of the stretch. So I'll do that for 15 to 20 seconds. And then what I'll do is I will change it around. I'll do the left side here. Now you're going to see here that that left ankle does not roll as far as the right ankle does. So the right ankle was doing this when it was in the back position, and now that left ankle is staying pretty straight. So, and you can see in some of my walking, that's why I wobble, because my ankles are weakening, and so it's having more difficulty. So this stretch here is for basically the ankle and the Achilles tendon, and I also feel it in my shoulder areas as well. So those are basically, you know, 2 to the 5 doorway exercises that I do. And so now what I'm going to do is I'll show you some other standing exercises that I do, and then some ground exercises, and we'll go from there.